Ashland. Good evening, everybody. The Loggers still without the full-time use as of right now of Dan Zaves. He missed the game at Spooner, saw limited action against the Tomahawk Hatchets last Friday night, and tonight will not start. Bill McCormick starting in his stead at center. The Loggers starting five, the backcourt's the same. Brian Petrozalik 30, Jerry Petrozalik 32, Matt Pallas 22. The forecourt for the Loggers, Justin Matzik 54, and Bill McCormick 50. As we get ready for the tip. And we are underway. Possession goes to the Dockers. The backcourt for Ashland. 25 is Jesse McClellan, a 6'1 freshman for the Dockers. He with the ball right now. The rest of the the backcourt, the shot by Sundberg, no good. Eric Sundberg's 23. He's a 6'3 junior. And 13 is Derek Kirkleski. He is a 6-foot senior for David Contney's Ashland Oredockers. The forecourt, as James O'Shure goes in and lays in the quick two, giving the Dockers the early lead. 7:24 left in the first. James O'Shure, 43, is a 6'4 junior. 45 is Keith Williams, a 6'5 junior. Loggers with their first possession of the night. Looking to get points up. Pass inside to McCormick. Dishes off to Pallas for three. No, off the iron. Rebound McCormick. Off to Matzik in the paint. Nice dish intended for Pallas. Knocked away, and possession stays with the Loggers. 7 minutes exactly remaining in the first. Loggers in the box with Brian Petrozalik to inbound. Wide open. Jerry Petrozalik won't take the three. Goes inside to Brian. Puts it past O'Shure. Hits the bottom of the rim. Dishes it back out to Pallas. Goes inside to Matzik. Out to Jerry Petrozalik. Back to Pallas on top. 6:48 left, period one. Loggers looking for the first points of the game. Matzik from 15 off the back iron. No good. Rebound. Pallas had it. Has possession, steps from the end line. And ball in favor of the Dockers. 6:42 left, period one. 2-0 the score in favor of Ashland. Full court pressure by the Loggers, but Williams brings it across to McClellan on the far side to Kirkleski. Wants to go baseline, stopped by Brian Petrozalik. Inside for Williams to the hole, count it for two. Keith Williams with his first points of the ball game, and Ashland up 4-0. Jerry Petrozalik looks inside, out to Matzik on the near side to Pallas. 6:15 left, period one, 4-0. The Oredockers on top, ball knocked away, recovered by Jerry Petrozalik near the timeline. Brings it to the top. Brian Petrozalik into McCormick in the paint, puts it up. No good, rims out. Rebound, O'Shure. And Ashland with a chance to go up by 6 or 7. Sundberg wants to go baseline, puts it up from 14 long. Tipped by Jerry Petrozalik. Williams with the recovery, but taken away by Matzik. And here come the Loggers, a chance to put points up for the first time in the evening. Brian Petrozalik won't try three. And a 3-second violation called on the Loggers. And possession going to Ashland. 5:39 left in the first. 4-0 the score. The inbound by McClellan to Sundberg. And Sundberg will bring it across the timeline. Man pressure full court by the Loggers here in the first. 5.5 remaining in the first period. 4-0 the score. Kirkleski has shot from 13 short. Rebound into the hands of Jerry Petrozalik. Loggers 4-on-3 break, but the sophomore pulls out. Pallas on the near side. 23 feet away, won't take the shot. Pass inside from Matzik to McCormick. He'll go to the line, but the bucket doesn't fall as he's fouled. The first foul on the night in favor of Keith Williams of the Ashland Oredockers. Team foul 1. 5:12 left in the first. Bill McCormick goes to the line, averaging 44% from the free throw line. He will shoot 2, looking for the first points of the night for Phillips. He gets the first. 5:12 remaining in period one. It's 4-1 Ashland. The second for McCormick drops in. 2 for 2 is Billy McCormick. 4-2, a 2-point Ashland lead. The give and go out to Kirkleski. Brings to the top, and the near side to Sundberg. On top to McClellan. 5 minutes remaining in the first. 4-2 the score. Kirkleski to Sundberg, driving in, goes past McCormick, and the foul, I believe, will be called on Matzik. Justin Matzik gets his first foul of the ball game, first team foul, and that will send Eric Sundberg to the free throw line. The 6'3 junior looking for his first points of the ball game. 4:55 remaining in the first, 4-2 the score. And Sundberg to try and up the lead to 4 as he will shoot 2. First Docker to the free throw line tonight. The first for the junior is good. 5-2. Each team with one team foul thus far, early here in the first period. The second for Sundberg is also good. Eric Sundberg has 2 points in the night, 2 for 2, and it's a 4-point lead once again, 6-2. Matzik on the perimeter. Out to Jerry Petrozellik. Goes in on McClelland. Jerry's shot is good. First field goal of the night goes to Jerry Petrozellik for the Loggers. 6-4, a 2-point lead once again. As Zaves and Woody will check in at the next break. McClelland, guarded by Jerry Petrozellik. Wants to go inside, gives it off to Krokleski instead. Driving inside is Sundberg. His shot falls for 2. Eric Sundberg with 4. And it's a 4-point lead once again for the Dockers. The 18-footer by McCormick, no good. And Ashland with a chance to go up by 6 or 7. 4:07 remaining in the first. Ashland very patient and a travel called on the freshman McClelland. Possession to the Loggers. Danny Zaves, 52. Jason Woody, 44. And 20, Trevor Rasky check into the Logger lineup. Matzik and McCormick and Brian Petrozellik will sit down. Mike Yankee, 33, will check in for Ashland, as will John Brilla, 41. And we're set. 4:05 left in the first. A 4-point Ashland lead. Palace inside for Zaves, knocked away by Brilla. And here come the Dockers. McClelland goes inside, dishes inside for Brilla. Ball stripped in a 3-second violation called. Possession goes to Phillips. 3:47 remaining in period 1. Loggers looking to cut the lead to 1 this time down. Palace from 22 on the L. It's no good. Recovered by Jerry Petrozellik. Lost control and pulls it back out. Across to Zaves. Zaves in the paint. Dished it off to Woody. His 13-footer is good. The junior with 2. Off the bench, he's averaging 9 points a ball game. 8-6, a 2-point game. 3:20 remaining in the first. Sundberg stopped from going baseline. Pulls it back out on the perimeter to Yankee. McClelland out to Sundberg. His 3-pointer is good. Three minutes remaining in period 1. 11-6, a 5-point Ashland lead. Sundberg with 7 of those points in the ball game. Rasky off to Palace. Won't get a chance at 3. Looks inside, goes inside. Now in trouble, back out to Zaves. He'll try the tray. Hits off the back iron, no good. Krokleski with the rebound. 2-on-2 Ashland break. Krokleski to the hole. It won't go, but he'll shoot 2 as Danny Zaves picks up his first foul. Team foul 2 for the Loggers as Brian Petrozellik and Justin Matzik will return. And Derek Krokleski will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Palace sits down and Jerry Petrozellik will sit down. 2:39 left, period 1. 11-6, a 5-point Ashland lead. And Krokleski to try and up the lead to 7 if he converts on both sides of the 2-shot foul. First, off the back iron, no good. Derek Krokleski looking for his first point of the ball game. And can give Ashland a 6-point lead. 11-6, 2:39 left in the first. And the second one for Krokleski is good. Ashland from the line, 3 for 4 on the night. 12-6, Dockers by half a dozen. 2:32 left in the period. Nice pass inside to Rasky, swatted away by Sundberg. Taken by Matzik, but then recovered by McClelland. Pass down court. Into Yankee. Shot no good, and a foul called. And the foul called on the Loggers. The foul called on Dan Zaves. That's his second. Team foul 3. And Ashland will have the ball underneath. The drive inside by Yankee stopped bounces out, but the foul called on Zaves. So Ashland with possession in their forecourt. Pass inside kicked out by Zaves, and possession stays with the Dockers. As McCormick will return, and I would imagine Zaves will sit down, and that's all we'll see of him here in the first quarter. Danny getting about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of action, and picking up 2 quick fouls. On the perimeter to Sundberg. Won't try the tray. On top to McClellan. Logger faithful wanting a carry, but he didn't put the ball back down. It can't be a carry. Loggers kicking the ball. Possession will stay with Ashland. 2:15 left in the first. Inbound by Brilla to Sundberg. Looks inside. Can't get it to the cutter. So Sundberg will set up. Kicked out by Matzik. And possession will stay with Ashland. 2:10 left in the first. 12-6 the score. McClellan near the C line. Guarded by Brian Petrozellik. Off to Yankee. On top to Sundberg. Won't try the three. Kirkleski. Through the hands of McClellan. Saves it from going across the center stripe to Brilla. 1:53 left in the first. 12-6 the score in favor of Ashland. The shot by Kirkleski is good. Derek Kirkleski with 3. 14-6, an 8-point Ashland lead. Their biggest lead of the ball game. Rasky goes inside for McCormick. Tipped around and recovered by McClellan. McCormick was triple teamed, and even the perfect pass may not have made that one. Out of bounds, knocked out by the Loggers. Possession stays with Ashland. 1:30 remaining as McClellan will sit down. Jerry Petrozellik and Matt Pallas return for the Loggers. And Chris Brill, 21, checks into the lineup for Ashland. 1:30. 14-6 the score. Swat! Brian Petrozellik with the swat of Eric Sundberg, and here come the Loggers with a chance to cut it to 5. Jerry Petrozellik off to Pallas. To Brian Petrozellik, launches the tray, in and out. Rebound off the hands of Ashland, and Phillips with possession. 1:13 left in the first. 14-6 the score. The inbound by Brian Petrozellik. Off to Jerry Petrozellik. He'll try the tray. In and out. And I think we might have an over-the-back call on Brilla. We'll wait for the indication here. And that's what it is. As John Brilla picks up his first. Team foul 2 for Ashland. The Loggers have 3 team fouls. Ashland with 2. Brian Petrozellik with the inbound. Across to Pallas, taken away by Kropowski. The bomb down court, knocked away by Pallas. Inside to Brian Petrozellik, launches it, no good. McCormick with the rebound, tries to put it back up, but he's taken down by Kirkleski. And Bill McCormick will return to the charity stripe with 1 minute and a second remaining in the first. No, he won't. Kirkleski picks up his first, team foul 3. And they're saying that he was on the ground at the time of the foul, so he gets no shots. Matzik inside to McCormick, to the hole, count it for 2. Bill McCormick picks up point number 4, 14-8. Ashland by half a dozen. Burl, guarded by Jerry Petrozellik. Off to Yankee, goes inside, swat by Pallas. Pallas is Jerry Petrozellik all alone now, 3 men on him. But Jerry lays it in for 2. Jerry Petrozellik with 4, and all of a sudden with 30 seconds left of the period, it's a 4-point ball game, and momentum is starting to swing the orange way. Yankee across to Sundberg. From 18, he parries it. Eric Sundberg has 9 of the Ashland 16. 15 seconds left in the period. 16-10 the score. Brian Petrozellik looks inside, off to Matzik, to Pallas. 6 seconds. Jerry Petrozellik won't try it from 26, puts it up from 17 off the iron. That's the period. We have played 8 minutes in the score. The Ashland Oredockers 16, the Phillips Loggers 10. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone Company Cable, Channel 6. And Phillips has possession in a very situation. As I get that fixed there. A very unusual situation for the Loggers, being down at the end of the first. I think we're set. 16-10. Ashland up by half a dozen here at the friendly confines. Brian Petrozellik to Pallas, won't try the three, and he's called for the travel. 7 seconds into the second period, and Ashland with a chance to go up by 8 or 9 once again. Ashland's biggest lead, 8 points on the ball game. 16-10 the score. Dockers up by 6. McClellan to Kirkleski. Pass to Williams. Off to Oshuri, and it's good for 2. Nice job of passing by the Dockers, getting the ball around when they realized they weren't going to be getting great shots. The last shot they had wasn't very good, but they got it off as Oshuri picks up his 4th point. Matzik's shot no good. Off the hands of Jerry Petrozellik, and possession goes to Ashland. 18-10, 7:23 left in the second. The Logger lineup is their starting 5. The Petrozelliks, Pallas, Matzik, and McCormick. Ashland out there with their starting 5. Williams from 15, no good. Off the back iron, ball tipped away, and a foul, I believe, will be on McClellan. Well, we'll wait for the indication. It will be on Ashland. That's team foul 4. The foul is on Jesse McClellan. That's his first. Team foul 4 for the Dockers. 3 team fouls for the Loggers. 7:05 remaining in the half. It's an 8-point ball game. The pass inside to Petrozellik eventually goes out to Pallas. So it's knocked away to Jerry Petrozellik. Matzik goes inside for McCormick, and a foul called, I believe, on Williams. No, the foul is called on James Oshuri. That's his first. Team foul 5 on the Dockers. So they have 2 to give before the Loggers go in the bonus. Petrozellik to Petrozellik. Brian puts it in for 2. The senior has his first points of the ball game. 18-12. The lead's at half a dozen for Ashland. 6:41 left in the second. The far side. Sundberg passes for Williams. Doesn't take the baseline. Passes it out in the perimeter to Kirkleski to McClellan. 6:30 remaining in the second. The freshman drives inside. No good. 2 Ashland players can't get the handle. Recovered by Jerry Petrozellik to Matzik for 2. Justin Matzik gets his first points of the ball game with 6:19 left in the half. 18-14. And again, the Loggers cut it to 4. Sundberg to Williams. Inside, it's good. The Loggers not able to handle Ashland's height. The big guys with 8 points of the ball game, 4 for Williams. And it's a 6-point ball game with 6 minutes left in the second. Matzik for 3, he drains it. Justin Matzik has 5. Justin's only averaging 60% from 3-point range. Nails his first 3 of the night, 5 points here in the second half for Justin. And it's a 3-point ball game, 20-17. The 3 by Sundberg, he won't get the answer. Recovered by Matzik. Loggers 4-on-1 break. Matt Pallas to the hole. Shot no good. Swatted by Sundberg. Pass down court, knocked away by Jerry Petrozellik. Williams had it. Knocked away by McCormick. And the Dockers will have possession in front of the peanut gallery on the far side with 5:30 left in the second. Williams will sit down as Brillo will return. Burrell will return for Ashland, 21, and he'll replace Kirkleski. 5:30 left in the second, 20-17. The Loggers down by 1 possession. The inbound to McClellan. The near side to Sundberg, guarded by Matzik. Back out to Burrell. Sundberg dishes it off to Oshuri, takes it to the hole right past McCormick for 2. James Oshuri with half a dozen, 22-17 the score, and Ashland back up by 5. Pass inside to Pallas. His shot will be off the target. Rebound, Eric Sundberg. We're under 5 minutes left in the second, 22-17 the score. The pass by Brilla knocked away by Jerry Petrozellik. And possession stays with Ashland. 4:47 left in the second. As Brilla will inbound in front of the scorer's table. The Loggers have been cutting it to 4, then they cut it to 3, now it's at 5. The Loggers need to make the next step to get it to at least a 1-point game. Can't do it next time down the hall though. Oshuri back out to Sundberg. 4:30 1:30 remaining in the second. 22-17 the score. Sundberg for three, rims out. Rebound, Brian Petrozellik. The guard averaging 3.5 boards a ball game. Jerry Petrozellik in the hole, throws up a prayer, won't go. Rebound, Brilla. 4:13 left in the second, and Bill McCormick hit the floor hard that time. He was holding his head there. Left in the period shot, no good. Rebound, Brian Petrozellik to Jerry. 22-17 the score. Palace on the perimeter. To Matzik inside to McCormick to the hole for two. The senior with half a dozen, and it's a three-point ball game once again. 22-19 the score. McClellan will call a timeout. Timeout Ashland, 3:36 remaining in the half. The score, the Dockers 22, the Loggers 19. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone Company Cable, Channel 6. Once again, the Loggers cutting it down to 3. Let's see if they can make that next step to get it down to 1 or even tie this ball game up. 3:36 left in the second. 22-19 the score. Burl off to Sundberg, guarded by Matzik. Eric Sundberg looks to go baseline. Goes past, swatted by Jason Woody, who's now in the lineup. Woody and Zaves in the lineup for the Loggers. Brian Petrozellik, the fadeaway from 14 is good. 4 points for Brian, all in this period. And it's a 1-point ball game with 3:10 remaining in the half. 22-21, Ashland by 1. Brilla pulls up from 13, no good. Brian Petrozellik with his third rebound of the period in favor of Zaves for 2. Danny Zaves with his first bucket of the ball game. Loggers lead 23-22. 2:50 remaining in the half. Burl off to Kirkleski, knocked away by Brian Petrozellik, recovered by Kirkleski. Eventually gets around to Brilla on the far side, goes inside to the cutter. Kirkleski swatted away by Zaves. To Woody, to Jerry Petrozellik, to the hole, won't go. The tip by Woody won't go. Zaves gets it counted and 1. The foul on Oshuri is his second. Team foul 6 for Ashland, but a big bucket is Danny Zaves. The third time is the charm, and the junior with 4 points, all in this last, 30 seconds. And the Loggers up by 3 with a chance to make it 4. That's team foul 6 on Ashland. So the Loggers will be in the bonus here for the rest of the half. 2:29 remaining in that half. Zaves does not convert. Rebound goes to Eric Sundberg. 25-22. Loggers from the line. Now 2 for 3. Oshuri out to Yankee, who's in the lineup. To McClellan. 2:09 remaining in the second. 25-22. Loggers up by 3. The drive inside by Yankee, swatted away by Zaves. He recovers, but he steps on the end line, and possession goes to Ashland. Matt Pallas returns. Trevor Rasky returns for the Loggers. Matzik will sit down. Jerry Petrozellik will sit down. 2:02 left in the half. 25-22 the score. Oshuri to Sundberg, out to McClellan. We're under 2 minutes left in the half. Oshuri off to Yankee, guarded by Zaves, knocked away, recovered by Woody. 1:45 left in the half. Rasky to Pallas, has the open tray if he wants to try it, but Sundberg swatted one before. Woody, the turnaround off the glass, won't go. He'll shoot 2. Jason Woody has yet to go to the line. He is a 61% free throw shooter, and he will get 2 shots as Keith Williams will return. The foul called on McClellan. That's his second, team foul 7 for Ashland. 1:34 left in the second. Phillips has 3 team fouls. The first of the 2-shot foul for Woody is good. Jason with 3 points of the night. 26-22. Loggers by 4, make it 5 as the junior makes the second. Jason Woody 2 for 2, he has 4. 27-22, Loggers by 5. A minute and a half left in the half. Krokleski on top to Sundberg. Won't launch, goes inside. Stopped by Brian Petrozalik, and a jump ball called. Possession going to Ashland. And really, that's a wasted jump possession for the Dockers. Break for the Loggers as the arrow now points their way. With 1:21 left here in the half. Nice defense by the senior, Brian Petrozalik. Inbound to Sundberg. Off to Krokleski in the corner, guarded by Zaves. On top to McClellan. Off to Sundberg. Goes inside. Pulls up from 15 short. Zaves with the board. The bomb down court to Rasky. Trevor to the hole. Counted for two. Trevor Rasky with his first points of the ball game, and the Loggers lead at 7. 29-22, 1 minute left in the first half. McClellan is called for a travel. 56 seconds left in the half. The Loggers can go up by 9 or 10 this time down. Brian Petrozalik off to Palace. Inside for Zaves. And the foul called on Ojuri. That's his third. Team foul 8. Brillo will return. And Jerry Petrozalik will return. Brian will sit down. Ojuri will sit down for the rest of this period. All 47 seconds left of the half. 29-22 the score. And Danny Zaves to the free throw line. A 54% free throw shooter is 0 for 1 on the night. The first for the junior is good. Dan Zaves, 5 points. Almost half of his average. He's averaging 11 points in the season. Loggers with 4 players in double digits and 2 players with 9 on the season. The Loggers scoring well balanced. Danny Zaves makes both of the 1-and-1. 6 points. 31-22, the Logger lead at 9. Krokleski goes baseline, pulls up in front of Rasky, his shot long, and the foul called on Sundberg. And that will be Eric Sundberg's first, and with 36 seconds left in the period, we'll go back to the other end. Team foul 9 on the Oredockers, as Burl will return, replacing Krokleski. 36 seconds left in the half. Oh, Sundberg will sit down. Gives Eric a break. I think it's the first time he's been off the court tonight. 31-22, Loggers by 9, the biggest lead of the ball game, and Matt Palace to the free throw line. A 58% free throw shooter to shoot 1-and-1. His first is good. Matt Palace picks up his first point of the ball game with 36 seconds remaining in the half. 32-22, the Logger lead in double digits. The second for the junior, off the back iron, no good. Woody with the rebound, puts it up, it's no good. Ball tipped, recovered by Burl. 30 seconds left. McClellan. Off to Brilla. Brilla, guarded by Woody, gets it off to Burl. 15 seconds left. Loses the handle. Logger faithful wanting a double dribble, and legitimately they should have been. Krokleski's shot is short. Jerry Petrozalik with the board. 6 seconds, 5 seconds left. Palace inside, puts it up in front of Burl. High off the glass, it's good. 34-22 at the break. The Loggers down by as much as 8, up by a dozen. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball at Price County Telephone Company Cable, Channel 6. Recovered by McClellan. We had a slight technical problem there, but I think we're back on and ready to go. 7:20 remaining in the third, 34-22 the score. Loggers up by 12. Loggers a 24-6 second half. Swat by Matt at the lead pass down to Jerry Petrozalik for 2. Jerry Petrozalik with 6. And it's 36-22, 7 minutes remaining here in the third period. Williams to Brilla on the far side. Brilla in the lineup in place of Ojure. The shot inside, drive by Sundberg, no good. Loggers 3-on-2 break. Pass across to Jerry Petrozalik with the save. Jerry nails the tray. The sophomore with all 5 of the Loggers' second half points. And the lead is at 17 all of a sudden, 39-22. Krokleski, guarded by Brian Petrozalik. Off to McClellan. Guarded by Jerry Petrozalik, goes inside, and a foul called on Jerry. That will be his first. Team foul 1 for the Loggers. 6:26 remaining here in the third. 39-22 the score. And the Dockers will inbound underneath. The inbound quickly to Williams to the hole. I believe a hit off the rim. Recovered by Matzik. Ahead to Matt Pallas. Drives baseline, puts it up, backhanded for 2. Underneath and around, Matt Pallas with 5. 6:12 left in the third. 41-22, the Logger lead at 19. Sundberg's drive, shot no good. Rebound inside by McClellan, taken away by McCormick. And ahead to Jerry Petrozellik, to Brian Petrozellik, to Matzik to the hole for 2. Justin Matzik with 7. And the Loggers up by 21, 43-22, as they run off the first 9 here in the third period. We had a little technical problem just before the start of the period, so we're going to go over the scoring real quickly one more time, at least as we have it as of right now. The Loggers now led on the ball game by by Jerry Petrozellik with 9, 5 points here in the third period. Justin Matzik with 7. 6 points for Zaves and McCormick. 5 points for Pallas. 4 points for Woody and Brian Petrozellik. 2 points for Trevor Rasky. And that's the scoring thus far for the Loggers. They're 7 for 9 from the free throw line, 78%. The Oredockers led by Eric Sundberg with 9 points. James O'Shury has 6. 4 for Keith Williams, and 3 points for Derek Kirkleski. 5:42 left in the third. Loggers by 21, 43-22. The shot by Sundberg off the iron, no good. And Matt Pallas should be called with the reaching over the back foul. That's his first. Team foul 2 on the Loggers. No fouls this half as of yet for the Dockers. O'Jury back into the lineup, replacing Williams. Sundberg doesn't get the quick 15-footer, goes in the paint, counted in 1. Eric Sundberg goes into double digits as he picks up point number 11. A chance to make it a dozen if he converts the three-point play. The foul called on Justin Matzik. That's his second. Team foul 3 on the Loggers. 5:29 left in the third. 43-24. The lead's at 19 for Phillips. And Sundberg, who is 2 for 2 from the line, makes it 3 for 3. Eric Sundberg with a dozen. 43-25 lead pass over the hands of Brilla to Brian Petrozellik. Pallas won't take the 3. Drives in, dishes off inside, and a travel called on Matt Pallas. Possession goes to the Dockers. 5:21 left in the third. An 18-point lead for Phillips. 43-25. On the perimeter, Kirkleski in the paint in front of Jerry Petrozellik. It's good. Now Ashland on a run. 5 straight. 43-27. Jerry Petrozellik into McCormick for 2. Nice passing by the Loggers as Billy Mack picks up his 8th point of the ball game. And it's back up to 18 in favor of the Loggers. 45-27. 4:50 left in the third. The shot by Kirkleski, short. Rebound, O'Jury picks up his 8th point. 4:38 left in the third, 45-29. Ashland not able to trap the Loggers in the backcourt. Pallas for 3, no. Rebound, Brilla. Off to Sundberg. Sundberg pulls up, wants to take the 3, doesn't get a chance. McClellan in the paint has it stripped away, recovered by McCormick. Ahead to Jerry Petrozellik, 3-on-2 Logger break. Jerry dishes it off to Matzik in the paint, off to Pallas from 13, yes! Matt Pallas with 7 points. 4:09 left in the third. 47-29, the Logger lead back up to 18. Kirkleski to McClellan on top. On the near side to Sundberg, launches from 19. It's good. Eric Sundberg has 14 points. Pallas, not seeing the pass, saves it from going out of bounds or in the opposition's hands. Cross to Matzik. Jerry Petrozellik to McCormick. Counted for 2. Bill McCormick with 10. He's averaging 7 points a ball game. And the senior with 10, 49-31. Loggers back up again by 18. Drive inside by Sundberg. Dishes it off the last minute to Ojuri. Count it for 2. And he will have a chance to convert the 3-point play. $10 points for James Ojuri. And a chance to make it 11. The foul called on Justin Matzik. That's his third, team foul 4. And the junior to the line does not pick up point 11 as Danny Zaves with the rebound. Zaves, Woody, and Rasky into the Logger lineup. Rasky with the saves. Jerry Petrozalik's pass inside to Woody, taken away by Ojuri. Ahead to Sundberg. Palace on him. Puts it up from 20. Shot no good. Rebound. Dan Zaves ahead to Rasky. And McClellan will pick up his third foul. Team foul 1 for Ashland. Reaching in on Trevor Rasky. So the Loggers will inbound on the far side. With 3 minutes exactly left in the third. 49-31. Phillips up by 18 as Kirkleski returns. And McClellan will sit down. The freshman point guard for David Contney's Oredockers will sit for a bit. We're under 3 minutes. Loggers by 18. Palace to Zaves. Back off to Palace. Won't launch it from 23 this time. Drives inside. Off to Zaves in the paint. Loses it. Knocked away by Sundberg. And Sundberg, Ojuri tied up with Rasky. Possession to Ashland. Good defense by the Ashland forward. And here come the Dockers with a chance to cut the lead to 13-3 by Sundberg is good. Eric Sundberg, his second 3, 17 points in the ball game. The shot by Palace is long. Ball tipped out of bounds. Possession stays with Phillips. 49-36. The Logger lead one time at 21. Now at a baker's dozen. Matzik returns, and Palace will sit down. So the Loggers have Rasky, Jerry Petrozalik, Woody, Zaves, and Matzik. The 3 by Jerry Petrozalik off the iron, no good. Rebound, Derek Kirkleski. 2:15 left in the third. 49-36. Ashland can cut it to 10 if they nail a tray. Burl. Back off to Sundberg. Goes in on Matzik. And before the shot, and if that's on Justin Matzik, that is his 4th foul. That is his 4th foul. Team foul 5, and back comes Palace. So Justin will be sitting, I would imagine, for the next at least 6 minutes. With 4 fouls, 3 of them in this period. 49-36, 2:02 left in the third. The inbound by Kirkleski. Off to Sundberg for 3. In and out. Rebound. Ojuri. Right past Woody. And Ojuri will go to the free throw line. The foul called on Jason Woody. That's his first. And all of a sudden, the Loggers putting Ashland into the bonus. That's team foul 6, and we have a Phillips timeout. 1:56 left in the third. The Phillips lead of 21 down to 13, 49-36. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone Company Cable, Channel 6. The Loggers went on a 9-0 run to begin this period. Gained the lead up to 21. But now it's back to 13 with 1:56 remaining in the third period. Ojuri to the free throw line to shoot 2. His first is no good. He's 0 for 2 from the stripe, has 10 points. Make it 11 as he makes the second. 49-37, the Logger lead at 12 with 1:52 remaining in the third. Woody, the Loggers break the pressure. Back off to Jerry Petrozalik to Palace for 3. Yes! Matt Palace with 10 points. 52-37. The Logger lead back up to 15 with 1:33 remaining in the third period. Sundberg on the perimeter looks for the easy one, and Jason Woody will pick up his second foul. More importantly, that's team foul 7 on the Loggers, and Ashland goes into the bonus. 1:26 left in the third. And Eric Sundberg goes to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. First by Sundberg, no good. Rebound by Brian Petrozellik. Jerry Petrozellik across the Zaves, drives in, pass to Jury for 2. Danny Zaves with 8 points, 54-37. The lead at 17. Sundberg drives in, double team, puts it up, shot no good. Rebound recovered by Woody, and the foul called on Sundberg. And David Contney, not a happy camper on the Ashland sideline. The foul on Sundberg is his second, team foul 2 for Ashland. 1:05 left in the third. And Dave Contney still offering a few choice words to the officiating crew. Zaves ahead to Palace. Again, the Loggers breaking the Ashland pressure. Jerry Petrozellik, we're under a minute, 52 seconds left. Woody won't try it from 16, off to Palace. 54-37, Loggers by 17. Jerry Petrozellik to Brian Petrozellik. Back to Jerry. Inside to Woody. Jason's shot is good. The junior with 6, 56-37. Loggers lead back up to 19 points. Burrow to Kirkleski. On top to Sundberg. Not going for the tray. Wants to put it up from 16. Puts it up in front of Palace. It won't go. But Matt Palace picks up his second foul. Team foul 8 on the Loggers. And Eric Sundberg to the free throw line. The junior 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Ashland as a team 5 for 9. That's 56%. The first for Sundberg is good. 18 points for Eric Sundberg. He had 9 at the break. 56-38. The Loggers by 12.5 with 21 seconds remaining in the third. The second for Sundberg is good. Eric Sundberg 5 for 6, 19 points. 56-39. Pass ahead to Palace. Pulls it out. 13 seconds left. Out to Brian Petrozellik. 10 seconds left. To Palace, and the foul called on Sundberg. So Eric Sundberg picks up 2 quick ones. Three team fouls for Ashland. The third for Eric Sundberg, as McClelland will return. McClelland with 3 personal fouls. 8 seconds left in the third period. Loggers by 17, 56-39. The inbound to Jerry Petrozellik. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Woody, ball stripped by Brilla. 2 seconds, 1 second. McClelland won't get a chance. We have played 24 minutes of basketball, and the Loggers continue to lead this one, 56-39 over the Ashland Oredockers. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone Company Cable, Channel 6. Phillips will have possession as we begin period number 4. The Loggers up by 17, 56-39. Quickly, the foul situations for the Loggers. Justin Matzik has 4, and he won't start here in the fourth quarter. No one else with more than 2. The Loggers with 8 team fouls, so Ashland in the bonus. Ojuri, McClelland, and Sundberg each with 3 fouls for Ashland. Ashland with 3 team fouls in this period. Saves, loses a jump ball possession to the Dockers. 7:51 left in the fourth. Ashland with possession in their backcourt, down by 17. So a wasted possession arrow for Phillips that time down as we start the fourth period. Ashland comes out with McClelland. Kirkleski, who drives in, a shot in front of McCormick and Zaves, no good. Rebound, Brilla in the paint for 2. John Brilla has a pair. 56-41, the lead's at 15. Zaves to Jerry Petrozellik, ahead to McCormick. Off to Brian Petrozellik. Gets it across the timeline. The only one I didn't say is Palace, and he's the other Logger starter as we begin this period. Matt with the ball right now. The shot by Brian Petrozellik from 16 is good. The senior with 6, 58-41. The other starters for Ashland, Brilla 41. 25 is McClellan. Ball stolen by Dan Zaves. Zaves stripped. Hits the backboard, and Jerry Petrozellik the foul for 2. 11 points for the sophomore, 60-41. Loggers by 19. Sundberg 23 in the lineup for Ashland. Burl 21. And that is the Ashland starting 5. Burl to Brilla. Off to McClellan. His shot no good. Rebound. McCormick goes down. 2-on-3 break. Pallas relaxes and takes the Loggers out of the break. Pass inside to Zaves. Zaves saves it. The tip drill with Kirkleski. Off to Pallas for 3. No. Rebound Kirkleski. 6:14 left in the fourth. McClellan will be called for the travel. 6:08 left in the fourth. Trevor Rasky returns. Jerry Petrozellik will sit down. The sophomore sitting with 11 points, getting a breather. 6:08 left in the fourth. 60-41. Phillips by 19. Brian Petrozellik gets it across. In trouble. Double team. Jump ball possession to Phillips. That was a situation not only where Ashland had good defense, but the Loggers didn't come back to try and help Brian Petrozellik. He was stuck. And fortunately, the possession arrow was in favor of the Loggers. 6 minutes exactly left in the fourth. 60-41, Loggers by 19. Rasky out to Brian Petrozellik for 3 short. McCormick with the board for 2. Bill McCormick with a dozen. 62-41, Loggers by 21 points. Burrow, guarded by Zaves, stopped on top. Off to McClellan. Goes inside for the cutter, goes through everybody, and possession to Phillips. And Dave Conde wants a timeout. 5:34 left in the fourth. The score, Phillips 62, Ashland 41. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone Company Cable, Channel 6. Ashland has called 2 timeouts. The Loggers have called 1. So Phillips with 3 remaining, and thusly Ashland with 2 left. 5:34 left in the fourth. And the Loggers will inbound in their backcourt. Up by 21 points. That's their biggest lead of the ball game. They had that earlier on. Pallas ahead to McCormick. Billy Mack to the hole. It won't go, but he'll shoot 2. As McCormick and Brilla each find places on the wood. And John Brilla picks up his second. That's team foul 4 on the Oredockers. The Loggers already over the bonus. The first for McCormick hits off the back iron, no good. McCormick 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Bill McCormick's a 44% free throw shooter. Second one is good. Bill McCormick 3 for 4, 13 points for the senior. 63-41, Loggers up by 22. Burl off to Kirkleski. His shot for 3, no good. McCormick with the rebound, ahead to Rasky. 5:12 left in the fourth. Rasky's shot blocked by Kirkleski, and he'll get the foul. The Ashland faithful not happy about that one. 5th team foul for the Dockers. And Trevor Rasky to the free throw line, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. As Brian Petrozellik will sit down, replaced by brother Jerry. 5:11 left in the fourth. 63-41, Loggers by 22. And Trevor Rasky to shoot a pair. The first for the sophomore is no good. Trevor's first time at the line tonight. His second is good. Trevor Rasky, 3 points in the ball game. 5:11 left in the fourth. 64-41, Loggers by 23. Kirkleski to McClellan. 5 minutes left in the fourth. 64-41, 23-point lead for the Loggers. and Jerry Petrozellik will pick up his second foul. That's team foul 9, so the Dockers go to the free throw line for the last time to shoot 1 and 1. They'll shoot 2 shots the rest of the way through. We're just under 5 minutes, 4:59 left in the fourth, 64-41. And to the free throw line once again, Eric Sundberg, who is 5 for 6 from the line, make it 6 for 7. The junior has 20 points. 64-43 as Sundberg makes the second. 7 for 8 is the junior. 64-43 leads at 21. And a travel called on McCormick in his pass ahead for Palace. Ashland will have the ball out at midcourt with 4:56 left in the fourth. Loggers up by 21 points, 64-43. Rasky will be called for the foul. Trevor picks up his first. And that's team foul 10, so Ashland will shoot a pair as we go the rest of the way here. Ojuri to the free throw line. He's 1 for 3 from the stripe and has 11 points. He'll shoot 2. 4:55 left in the fourth. Excuse me, that's Kirkleski. 13. The first of the 2-shot foul is no good. Derek Kirkleski at the line. He has 5 points tonight. He is now 1 for 3 from the free throw line. The second is good. Derek Kirkleski with half a dozen. 64-44, the lead's at 20 for the Phillips Loggers. Palace ahead to Rasky, was tipped, but Rasky with a recovery across to Jerry Petrozellik. Goes baseline, unimpeded for 2. Jerry Petrozellik with a baker's dozen. 66-44, Loggers by 22. Pass across to Kirkleski. Wants to drive inside, was tipped by Zaves. Or I guess they officially call it a kick. Out of bounds, a possession to the Loggers. Woody, Brian Petrozellik, and Justin Matzik return. Palace sits down, Rasky sits down, and Zaves sits down. 4:31 left in the fourth, 66-44 the score. Woody across to Matzik, and he takes extra steps. Possession to Ashland with 4:27 left here in the fourth. Ashland has 2 fouls to give, the Loggers none to give. They are already sent Ashland into the double bonus. 66-44 the score, 4:20 left here in the fourth. The far side, Burrell drives inside, pulls up in front of Woody from 14, no good. Bill McCormick with another big board. Jerry Petrozellik ahead to brother Brian, goes past him, saved it. Looked like it went off a couple feet, but find nothing. Nice pass inside to McCormick for 2. And that was set up by Brian Petrozellik with a beautiful feed to McCormick. Offensive foul called on McClellan. He hits the floor hard. Jesse McClellan picks up his 4th. That's team foul 6, so the Loggers in the bonus. Now for the remainder of the ball game. Bill McCormick with 15 points, his biggest output of the season, as Kirkleski will sit down. At 35, Bob Sanford steps into the lineup for Ashland. Brian Petrozellik gets it across the timeline. 3:45 left in the fourth. Brian throws up a prayer. Rebound by McCormick. That won't go. And a reach over the back foul, I believe, is going to be called on Justin Matzik. And that will be number 5. Justin Matzik will sit down tonight with 7 points. Andy Pilch, not a happy camper in the sideline, but Justin Matzik will finish the night with 7 points. 3:42 left in the fourth. And I imagine we will see Dan Zaves returning for the Loggers here, as that is the 5th on the sophomore. Justin on the season averaging 15 points a ball game, held to half of that tonight. And Justin will sit down. Zaves returns. 3:42 left in the fourth, so now the Loggers in the lineup with 3 posts. Zaves, Woody, and McCormick. So Zaves will be the shooting forward. As to the free throw line, John Brilla, his first time at the line, he has 2 mega 3 points as he makes the first of the 2-shot foul. 68-45, Loggers by 23. Second is also good. John Brilla, 2 for 2, 4 points of the night. 68-46, a 22-point lead. Jerry Petrozellic ahead to McCormick. His pass to Zaves goes awry. And possession to Ashland. Foul situation for each team. McClellan with 4, 3 for Ojuri, and 3 for Sundberg for Ashland. For the Loggers, Matzig is out of the game. No one else with more than 2. Pass to Sundberg. Dishes it off to Brilla. Puts it up. Blocked by McCormick. And the foul now will be called on Brilla. That's his third. And that's team foul 7. So Bill McCormick will return to the charity stripe to shoot 1-1 with 3:23 left here in the fourth. So John Brilla picks up his third foul of the ball game. 3:23 left in the fourth, 68-46. And the Ashland faithful giving a large hand to, I believe it's Kyle Ellefson, number 15 in the lineup for the Dockers, replacing Chris Burrow. The first for McCormick, no good. Rebound to McClellan. 3:20 left in the period. Ellefson. Off to Brilla. In the far corner, timeout Ashland. 3:13 remaining here in the fourth. And the score, the Phillips Loggers 68, the Ashland Oredockers 46. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone Company Cable Channel 6. And the Dockers will inbound on their baseline. Steal by Jerry Petrozellic. We'll get to the full Ashland lineup in a second. Pass ahead to McCormick to Woody. Woody off to Jerry Petrozellic. Looks to go baseline. Stopped. Now in trouble. Gets it off to brother Brian. Off to Woody through his hands. In trouble. Scramble for it. Recovered by Woody to Zaves. Into McCormick. Wide open with the shot. Won't go. Second time. That's good. Bill McCormick. 7 points in this period. 17 points for the ball game and an offensive foul called on Jesse McClellan. And that is it for the freshman. He'll sit down with no points on the night. And we'll see a substitution. The lineup right now for Ashland is 15 Ellefson, as McClellan will sit down. 35 Sanford, 33 Yankee, and Burl 21 will return, and Sundberg 23. So a group of juniors, except for Yankee, who's a senior, in the lineup. Ahead to Woody, across to Zaves, knocked away by Sundberg, recovered by Brian Petrozellic to Zaves, who brings it across the timeline. Pass across intended for Jerry Petrozellic, stolen by Sanford for 2. Bob Sanford picks up his first points in the ball game. 2:24 left in the fourth. 70-48. The lead's at 22. The bomb down court to McCormick. Back to Zaves. Zaves on the far side. To Woody. To Jerry Petrozellic. Drives inside. Puts it up. Shot short. Rebound Yankee. To Sanford. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. 70-48. Loggers by 22. Sundberg, guarded by Brian Petrozellic. Looking for the easy one, off to Yankee for 3. Mike Yankee with his first points of the ball game. It's 70-51, the lead's at 19. Ahead to McCormick. Across to Woody. Woody stops off to Zaves. Will he launch from the O? No. Back out to Brian Petrozellic. 1:33 left. Won't launch it from the L. Don't have that many letters closer to the basket. He won't be trying a 3, I guess. Zaves. Back to Jerry Petrozellic. 1:20 remaining in the fourth. Across to Brian Petrozellic. He'll try the 3. It goes wide. Rebound Yankee. 1:13 left in the fourth. Yankee once again for three. This one's short. Inside to Sundberg for two. Eric Sundberg with his 7th field goal tonight. And 23 points. Woody inside to Brian Petrozalik, and the foul called on Yankee, I believe. The foul called on Sundberg. That's his 4th. Team foul 9. Jerry Petrozalik will sit down as Trevor Rasky returns. And Brian Petrozalik to shoot 1-1. His first is good. His first time at the line tonight. Brian with 7 points. He's averaging 10 points a game on the season and is a 79% free throw shooter. The second, no good. Rebound recovered by Woody. Out to Zaves. Zaves goes for Woody inside with a recovery, counted for 2. Jason Woody has 8. And we have an injury timeout on the court. 46 seconds left here in the 4th period. The score, the Phillips Loggers 73, the Ashland Oredockers 53. This is Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone Company Cable, Channel 6. Chris Burrell, the player injured for Ashland, and he'll come off. And the Logger faithful, as well as the Ashland faithful giving him a nice hand. And we'll have a substitution. By the way, Jason Woody with 8 points. And he will be replaced by Derek Kirkleski. And will be thrown into action right away. 46 seconds left in the 4th. Kirkleski will receive the inbound. We'll bring it down. Ashland down by 20. Kirkleski takes it to the hole. And we had an inadvertent whistle. We had an inadvertent whistle. And will we go to a alternate possession? No, Ashland will get the ball. 40 seconds left in the 4th. It happens. The inbound by Sanford. Off to Ellefson. Shot no good. Rebound inside by Sanford. He has 4. 73-55, 30 seconds left here in the ball game. Ahead to Pallas. Pallas gets it across with 25 seconds. Ball knocked out of bounds by Ellefson, and possession stays with the Loggers with 23 seconds left. 73-55, Loggers by 18. Pallas to Rasky. Rasky off to Zaves, way out on the perimeter. Into McCormick to the hole, counted for 2. Bill McCormick with 19 points, his biggest game of the season. 10 seconds left. 8 seconds, 75-55. The 3 by Yankee is good. He has 6. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the ball game. And the final score, the Phillips Loggers win this one 75-58. The Loggers will host Lakeland on Tuesday night here at the friendly confines. The Loggers will go into that one 4-0, and so will Ashland. So will Lakeland. A big game ahead for the Phillips Loggers. Both teams will go into it undefeated and on top of the Lumberjack Conference. Once again, the final score, the Phillips Loggers 75, the Ashland Oredockers 58. This has been Logger Vision's presentation of Logger basketball on Price County Telephone.
Percent during the after Christmas